What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today I am extremely excited to be taking a look at the brand new Jakk specific toys Sonic 3 figures of Sonic, Tails, and Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh man, I am very excited. These look fantastic. It's been such a struggle to find these, which really pisses me off. It's so annoying. Taking a look at Tails' box first. There's his read up. Looks pretty good. There's the barcode if you're looking for it. Unfortunately, all these have the same barcode, so good luck with that. But Tails looks good. Then you get Sonic. Get Sonic's read up there, and then you get the barcode. He looks great too. And then of course the one that everybody's after, Shadow the Hedgehog. This is on the other side. Oh wait, no, I guess they're all on that side, but there's his read up. Looks fantastic. But yeah, I'm extremely excited. It was kind of a bitch to find these, but I got them, and it's time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open these figures up. So getting these guys out of the package, I gotta say, they were very much worth the hassle of tracking down. They are fantastic, and I mean that in every single way. There's one problem with them, and we'll talk about that, but we're just gonna jump right into it because these are fantastic, and I'm so excited to be talking about them. But I think it's obvious. Let's talk about Tails first. Now, Tails is definitely my least favorite out of the three, but don't sleep on Tails because I think he's going to be a sleeper hit. He's pretty great too. I think it's easily the best Tails figure that's ever been made. I love the movie designs, so getting these in action figure form is great. So, taking a look at his head, looks great. The proportions are all good. I love the colors. His shoes look nice. Get to see, believe it or not, his tails. I think they look fantastic. Very, very nice. Talk about the articulation because it's pretty awesome. All the paint is super cleanly applied. They did that thing they did with like the Mario figures where like the eyes kind of follow you a little bit. Not as bad or as well done as the Mario ones, but I don't really need it to do that. But yeah, he's just cute. He looks great. My biggest complaint with these figures is that they come with no accessories. So even like a little like pad or something for him to hold for Tails, that'd be nice. A little flight stand, maybe some effects for Sonic or Shadow, but unfortunately you get no accessories, so that's like my biggest complaint. We're gonna go over his articulation now, just to do one figure at a time because there's no accessories. So the head is gonna pivot on a ball joint. It's not great, but it's definitely more than I thought it would be. So that is awesome. Shoulder goes up all the way. It even has a little butterfly joint in there, which works arguably better than a Marvel Legends one. And then the shoulder will, rotate all the way around. You get a single jointed elbow that will rotate, and then the wrists swivel, hinge, and have a hand hinge. Would have preferred maybe interchangeable hands, but I'm not too upset about it. The tails are awesome. So it's like a swivel joint. I've never seen a joint like this. It's like a swivel joint with hinges on it that also allow the tails to rotate. So it's pretty much anything you would want it to be. So if you want them in the, the iconic helicopter-esque pose, you could definitely have them doing that with the tails. I love that. That looks great. The hips go outwards this far. They'll go back. Rotation up in the thigh, and then the hinge and swivel at the knee. And then this is the most awesome part, is the ankles go down all the way, they go up all the way, and he's got ankle pivot. These Sonic figures have ankle pivot for $15. That is freaking awesome. So obviously, his tails are heavy. These are like pretty decently heavy figures. So you definitely got to work on balance, getting him to stand. I expect that whenever I get a Tails figure. It's just kind of his nature. But yeah, it's not too bad, and he looks fantastic. Gotta go fast. Let's take a look at Sonic. Oh man, this is the best Sonic figure I've ever handled. It's great. And this is coming from somebody who really liked the one from the second movie. I thought this was a good figure for what it was. Looks nice, whatever, $10. but putting them next to each other, it's like night and day. I never thought I would dislike this figure the way that I do, but I can't even, like, I think I maybe like the color on this Sonic a little bit more, the deeper blue, but everything else is better on the new one. It's crazy. Even like the size comparison, it's nuts. But taking a look at the head, I think it looks great. Looks fantastic. I love that eye effect. The mouth looks good. You can easily use this as a video game Sonic. I don't think there's much here that makes it distinctly a movie Sonic. He does have these like quills in his head that look like they're translucent, so I'm assuming there's going to be like a version that like lights up or something. I don't know, but looks cool to me. You get a little tail, get the body paint looks good. The blue I wish came down a little bit more on the eyes, but not that big a deal. And then the shoes look great as well. Man, the textures and all this, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And the best part about this, again, there's no accessories. A ring would have been nice. Something, I don't know. But his articulation, man. So the head is on a ball peg. I think it's a ball peg. Yeah, and it'll kind of rotate around and swivel. It's not amazing, but he's got a big head with no neck. So, but everything from the neck down is fantastic. Shoulders go up all the way. They'll go down. They'll rotate 360. Just got to make... These are thin joints. So if I were you guys, I would be careful and aimful on how you use them. Butterfly joint works fantastic on this guy. I mean, you know, I'm not a huge fan of butterfly joints, but if you're going to put them, make them right. And these are pretty good, especially for $15 figures. That's impressive. So I like that. You get a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow that will also rotate, and then the wrist swivel and hinge, which I really like that. A little tight. And then you get the finger joint, which again would have maybe like just interchangeable hands, but honestly when they're like posed, it's not bothering me as much as I thought it would. And you get a diaphragm joint that doesn't really go forward and back all too much, but it will rotate. On Sonic it's not as effective because for Shadow he doesn't have this, but it doesn't bother me too much. The hips will kick up that far, they'll go back about that much, go out that far, so you get Sonic doing the splits. Thigh swivel, single jointed knee that will also kind of rotate, but just use the thigh swivel. And then the ankle goes down and up, not as much as Tails, but he's got these socks, so I kind of expected that. And a little bit of ankle pivot, but like I never thought I'd be able to get Sonic doing this kind of stuff, like getting ready to run. Oh man, that is awesome. That is really cool. It's just so good. For $15, you can't ask for much more. You really can't. It just looks fantastic. I love it. But easily my favorite one has to be Shadow. Ooh, he's cold, bro. He is cold. Look at that head sculpt. That is fantastic. I love all the red in there. The menacing face he has looks great. Get to see the arms and the legs. There's definitely reuse from Sonic, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like I would say the legs and the arms are probably reuse. Upper torso, maybe a little bit. But this is his little tuft of fur is a separate piece on there, so it's nice and clean. You get all the red down his arms, on his gloves. You get the gold, and the shoes look amazing. That is so much detail on these shoes. I love it. Even the blast thrusters on the bottom are painted. For $15, this is easily it looks like a $20 figure. It really does, but $15. Keep that in mind. This looks great. And in terms of articulation, again, no accessories. An effect part would have been really nice for this guy, but unfortunately, we don't get that. This keeps happening where this pops off. When I first took it out of the box, I was like, oh my god, tell me I broke this thing already. But it's just not. Just doesn't stay good on mine. The head works a little bit better than Sonic and Tails, I think. I think his works the best. Shoulder goes up all the way and will go down. He's got that nice butterfly joint. Bicep swivel, single jointed rotating elbow, which is, I like these kinds of joints. I think they work nice for these kinds of figures. And then the wrist swivel, hinge, and have the finger joints. The torso will rotate. Looks good. Works nice. And then the hips go outwards that far. They'll go down. He'll kick forward there. His his hips, this is going to annoy me, I think. His hips are a little tight. I do worry about them a little bit, so I'm being very cautious with it. I don't want to strip that peg because this was hard to find. Rotation at the thigh, and then single jointed knees that are also kind of tight, but not as bad as the hips. Like the hips, just making me anxious, dude. Like I hate when that happens. Like just move. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing all that? I'm not trusting it. I really don't. So got to keep that in mind when posing them. And then the ankles go all the way down and forward and pivot. So yeah, you could definitely get him in like that pose in the trailer that we see when he's like kicking Sonic, or I think he kicked Tails, beats the shit out of Tails. He solos. Bro's cold, but yeah, looks awesome and moves pretty great. I just wish that the hips on mine in particular were not stuck, and that the torso thing didn't keep popping off. Here they are next to the NECA Toys King Kong, along with the Jazzwares Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. Here they are next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Series Darwin. And here they are next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Series Zombie Captain America. Yeah, these are pretty damn awesome. So some of you still might be wondering, yo, Ant, what are your final thoughts on these figures? And come on, isn't it obvious? I love them. They're pretty damn awesome. Yeah, they're totally worth the price of admission and a huge upgrade from this. I didn't hate this figure. I think it's a good figure for what it is, but this is just a vast improvement and really proves that Jakk knows how to make good video game action figures. So with that being said, at a price point of $15 a piece, I'm giving them each a 9.5 out of 10. I think the only thing keeping them from 10 out of 10 is that I wish Sato functioned a little bit better, but I mean, that's just mine. And some accessories would have been nice, but I mean, $15, these are pretty awesome, and I'm not too upset about it. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all of those apps, and I have a great time, so I'm sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You copping? See you guys in the next one. Peace.
What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.